Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm decluttering all of my face powders, blushes, bronzers and highlighters, and this video was probably the hardest one for me in this makeup decluttering series because I love all of my highlighters and my blushes. I don't really have too many bronzers, so that wasn't too hard for me, but like I said in my last video, I didn't realise how much makeup I had until I moved house, and I will link all of the other videos in this decluttering series down below for you so you can check it out. I'm also going to be organising my makeup collection after I've decluttered it as well, so I'll link this video in here so you can check that out as well. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Now I know every single time that I do these declutter videos I say that I didn't realise how hard it was going to be. I always say I don't realise how much makeup I have, but honestly there are things in this makeup collection that I have had in my collection for a few years, but they've been in my wardrobe or they've been in different places, and I've only just found them since I moved out a couple of months ago. So this series is a very long series, which is why I had to split it into loads of different categories, so I knew that if I put it into one it was probably going to be about 4 hours long. So I know I would not watch a 4-hour video, so I decided I was going to split it into categories so you guys can see how it goes. So if you want to see me declutter my entire makeup collection and organise it, then just keep watching. So here are all of my face powders, blushes, bronzers and highlighters, and this is a hell of a lot. I didn't actually realise I had this many, and I know that I say that in every single video, but this is crazy. I have so many here. Loads of these I haven't actually seen since I got them, and I think it's pretty much time to just declutter everything that I know that I'm not going to use or anything that's expired, and already I can see some of the things that I'm going to get rid of. So the first thing that I have is the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick in the shade Rose Gold, and I used to absolutely love this, but I know that I haven't used this for over a year. I used to use it as highlighter and eyeshadows and blush and bronzer, and it just used to be so beautiful. Just look at those shades, it's just absolutely stunning. It's very, very pigmented, but like I said, I haven't used it in about a year, and it's about time that it needs to go away because I can see that it's already expired. But this is really good, it's really affordable as well, but I just need to get rid of it. And I have some e.l.f. highlighters as well, and I don't actually think that I've used these. This one is in the shade Moonlight Pearls, and this one is in the shade Blush Gems, and I don't think I've used these. I think I might have swatched this one before. I'm just going to swatch them and see what they look like. That really doesn't work, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, and I'm going to swatch this one. And that one just doesn't really do anything either. I don't know if it's one of those where I have to scrape off the top layer and then underneath it works, so just going to try that. It does look quite nice. I mean, it comes out really well on my finger, so I think I'm going to try this out and see how it goes, because now that I scratched off the first layer, it seems like it's going to do pretty good, so I'm going to keep this. Then I have some blush from EX1 as well, and I think I have 3 of these. I swear I had another one, but I don't know where it is. But I have these 3. So this one is in the shade Pretty in Peach. I love this one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Then I have these 2 as well, which is Natural Flush and Love Story. I've heard these are really nice. I haven't tried this one yet. I think I might have tried it on my mum, but used a light hand, and they both look really beautiful, so I'm going to keep these. If this one ends up being too dark, then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. And then I have Milani's Luminoso blush. I absolutely love this. You can get it in the UK now. I think it's on Beauty Base, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, but this is such a beautiful one. But as you can see, there's literally no product left in there, so I'm getting rid of this. I've kept onto it because for the longest time I couldn't actually get it in the UK, but now I can. Then I have the EX1 Pure Crush Minerals Powder Foundation. Now I purchased this I think just before Christmas when they had an offer on Look Fantastic. They always have offers on there, and this one's in shade 4.0, so this is a shade when I have a light self tan. And I went through a stage of absolutely loving powder foundations. I have the Tarte one and I love that, but that's discontinued, so I went ahead and got this because I thought that I would try it out and see if it's similar to that. So I haven't tested this out yet, but I will go ahead and try it and let you know how it is. And the Maybelline Matte Maker, I used to absolutely love this powder. This is one of my favourites, and these are both in the same shade. I believe these are in Natural Beige, and this one looks like a completely different colour. I think I've had this open for about a year. I know that you can keep it open for about 24 months. To be honest, it looks okay, it smells okay. I haven't used this in a while, but I'm going to go ahead and try this back out because I used to absolutely love it. And I also have quite a few of these cream blushes from Illuminate by Ashley. This is when it was with BH Cosmetics, and I absolutely love these. I did do a first impression on everything, which I'll link down below or somewhere in this video so you can check it out. But I have every single shade of these, and I just thought they were so good, but now that she is not with BH Cosmetics and she's brought it out on her own, they don't sell these anymore and they've discontinued them, which I'm really upset about because I absolutely used to love them. So I have pretty much every single shade that I have. This one is in the shade Rosé, and this is what Rosé looks like. So it's really, really bright pink, so this would be really good with a light hand. Also, you can use these on the lips as well because they are cream blushes. Keeping that one, and then I have this one which is in the shade Red Velvet, and this is really beautiful as well. So this is sort of like a purpley wine shade. Espresso, which I think I use a lot in the video, but I'm not too sure. And this is what it looks like. So it's sort of like a mauvey shade, and I think that's just really beautiful. Keeping that one. And then I have the shade Cocoa, which I think this one is my favourite shade out of all of them. And that's what it looks like, so it's really, really beautiful. Then I also have two in the same shade. This is called Peaches and Cream, and I believe one of them, they sent it to me and it went really horrible and it melted. Yeah, so this is one that melted everywhere, but this is such a beautiful colour. I love it on the lips, so I'm going to get rid of this one because this one is just horrible. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep this one because I believe, yeah, so this one is the one that hasn't been used. And the Collection Sheer Loose Powder, and I recently found this in my collection and I started using it again. I love this. It's really, really good for the price. I think this is only about £3. The only thing I do have to say is that this is probably not the best for baking, because I noticed that when I take it away from underneath my eyes, I do tend to have these orange lines and it just doesn't look very good. But this is really good to set the rest of the face. And I have a pressed powder from Makeup Gallery. This is in the shade Natural Beige, which is number 2. I haven't used this, I don't believe. I think I might have swatched it, but this definitely isn't my shade. Even when I'm pale, it's not my shade. And I think ages ago I was going to try out Poundland products, but I just didn't go ahead and do it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I know that it's been open for a while and this is definitely not my shade. And I have another Makeup Gallery product, and this is the highlight powder. And I don't know if I've even swatched this. No, this isn't even open. But I think I'm going to go ahead and try this out and see how it goes, because I do like to get some really affordable products to try out, especially when I'm at work. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. But then I also have this from Secret Flush. It's a Soothing Cream Blush and Lip Stain Duo. And I didn't even know I had this. I've never even heard of this brand before. I must have got it in, I think, a beauty box. But this is what it looks like. I haven't even opened it. I don't even know where it's actually from. It's in the shade 04 Nectar. That's actually quite a pretty shade, but I know that I'm probably not going to use this because I don't really like using blushes that are like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I also have another one of the matte makers. This one is in the shade Classic Ivory, and this is what I use when I don't have a tan. Now, I haven't, like I said, used this in such a long time, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I did used to really like it, and this is going to match me when I am pale, so in the winter this is going to be perfect. And I've also got some Coty Mum powders, which I love. My mum bought me some of these when she went to America in February, and I also picked up quite a few when I was there because you can't get it in England. If you do want to get it on eBay, it's something like £15, whereas in America it's $5, so it just makes no sense to purchase it over here. So I picked up quite a few. I think this one's pretty much done, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This one's Translucent Extra Coverage. And then I have these ones that I haven't even opened, Translucent Extra Coverage, Naturally Neutral, and then I have another one of the translucent ones. So I'm keeping all three of these because I love this face powder and I can't get it in England. Then I also have a bronzer from Makeup Gallery as well, and this one is in the shade Matte Light 1, which is super soft matte bronzer. And again, I think I might have swatched this. Yeah, I think I swatched it. Let's see what the shade looks like. It looks like a nice sort of shade, but it looks very orange, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I know that I'm definitely not going to use a shade that looks like that. Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I have two normal size ones and one small one. So I did get this in a Christmas set, and these are really cute and handy for if you are travelling, so I'm keeping that. Then I also have two of the regular size. This one I haven't opened, so I'm keeping. And then this one I'm almost out. I'm literally right at the bottom, so I'm keeping this, and hopefully soon it will be used up. But I love this bronzer. It's just so expensive that I don't really get it that often. And I can see that I have two highlighters from Primark, and apparently the Primark makeup is really, really good. I haven't really tested it out before, but I got two highlighters. So I got this one in Mint Pink. This one I swatched and it was absolutely stunning, and this one's in the shade Brunch Club, and this one again was so beautiful. Just look at how shimmery these are. So you have sort of like a golden one and then a pinky one, and these are just going to look stunning. So I'm going to test these out and see how they go. But these were only £2.50, which is so cheap and so affordable. So hopefully they're going to be really good, because at the moment I am liking a lot of drugstore highlighters. And this one is speaking to me straight away. It's the Makeup Revolution Ultra Strobe Cream. I don't like this. I think I tried it twice and it just didn't do anything, so I'm getting rid of this. And I have some Becca highlighters as well. So I have this one, and then I also have this one, and these are both Champagne Pop. This one's a new one because this one went really horrible, so I'm keeping the new one. And then I believe that this one broke as well. This one's the Champagne Pop one as well, but just look at what happened. It went everywhere, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I think what I'm going to do is also take some of this highlighter and I'm going to put it into a pot and then try to press it in. But there's not really any point in pressing it in this because it's such a big pan and there's hardly anything there. And a Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. I got this ages ago. This is in the shade Golden Lights. I think I got this when Khloe Kardashian was wearing it a couple of years ago. I haven't opened it, but I've heard that it's meant to be really good, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. And I have a Soap and Glory Illuminizer. This is the original formula Hocus Focus and Visual Floor Softening Illuminator. I don't really like these types of things, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I've had this for about 2 years, haven't opened it, so I know that I'm probably not going to use it. And then I have two from Fenty Beauty. So I have the stick highlighter, then I also have a normal highlighter as well. So this one is the shimmering stick in Starstruck. This is absolutely stunning, so just look at how amazing that is. This is pretty much the only stick highlighter that I use. It's just so good, and the colour just suits me when I'm pale, when I'm tanned. It stays on all day, and I've had so many compliments wearing this, so I'm keeping this. And then the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby one. This is a small one that I got in a set with the lip gloss as well. So this is nearly used up. I don't know if I'm going to get the small set again or if I'm going to go ahead and get the normal size one, but this is just so beautiful. I'll show you how stunning it is. So that is what it looks like, and it's just amazing. So I'm keeping this, and hopefully I don't run out of it that quickly. And I have two from Illuminate by Ashley, and these are highlighters. This one is in the shade Shimmering Sand, and this is the one that I've used mostly, and I really like this. I think it's so beautiful. That's what it looks like. So this is the one for pale skin. I'm keeping this because it's just so good. Then there's also one which is for deeper skin tones, and this is in the shade Beach Bum. And I've heard so many people rave about these, and I do like the one that I use all the time. This one, like I said, is a darker shade, and that's what it looks like. And this is going to be perfect for the summertime, but that's what it looks like. And you can also use it as a bronzer as well. So I'm keeping this one because I do want to try it out during the summer. I just wish that they would bring these back out, but at the moment all they've got is highlighter palettes and some of their liquid lipsticks, but I really want her to bring these out again. And I have three of these highlighting drops, and these are from Makeup Revolution. These are liquid highlighters. I have the shades Liquid Starlight, and I have Liquid Champagne, and then Liquid Luminous Gold. These look absolutely stunning, as you can see from the shades right there. So I'm going to try these out. I think I got these last summer when they released them, but they just look so good. So I'm keeping these, and hopefully I'll be testing these out very, very soon. Benefit High Beam, I'm going to be keeping this because I think it's absolutely stunning. The Benetint as well, I'm going to be keeping this. And then Invisiwear EX1 Compact Powder. I got sent this, and it looks really good actually. So this is in the shade 4.0. This is one that I am most of the time, and this is what it looks like. So you open it up, and then you get the little puff thing that's in there, and I think that is just so good. And then you also get a big mirror in there as well, and this is supposed to be really good for if you're traveling or if you're on the go. So I'm going to try this out because I've heard quite a few good things about this. And I have the Wet n Wild Colour Icon Blush, and this is in the shade Pearlescent Pink. I love this, and I can now get this in Boots, which is amazing. So I'm going to keep both of these. And I have this from the Balm, and this is the Balm Desert Bronzer or Blush. This is just a little sample. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't tend to use these. And then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I got this in America last time I went, and I am so excited to try this out. This one is in the normal bronzer shade. They do a light one, and I believe that they do a deep one. This is supposed to smell so good, and I've seen it all over YouTube. So I'm going to try this out because if I got it here, I think it was going to cost me about another £15. And I think I got this in America for about $10. So it works out really well, and hopefully this is going to be as good as all the rest. And I have the MAC Cinderella, and this is the iridescent powder. I love this. I will never ever get rid of this. This is one of those products where I stayed up really late to try and get, and I managed to get my hands on everything that I wanted, and it's just so beautiful. Just look at that. It's just so shimmery, so beautiful. I love the packaging, and this is never going to be going away. Wet n Wild mattifying powder, and I think I've had this open for quite a while. I did used to really like this, but I think it's at the point where I need to get rid of it because it's just been open for too long, and I think the powder's starting to go a little bit horrible. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I have these drops from Me, which is the Beat the Blues highlighter in Oyster Gold. Gonna get rid of this because I don't really use liquid highlighters, and yeah, it just doesn't look like something that I'm gonna use. And the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and this one's in the shade Dolce Delice. I got this a couple of years ago. I've never even opened it, but I really do want to try this out, so I'm gonna keep this. And then I have this one from Mary Kate and Ashley. This is an illuminating powder. I'm never gonna get rid of this because this is one of the first makeup sets that I got, and I just used to love all their makeup. They used to do lip glosses that were shimmery, and they were amazing. Blush from MAC, and this is Spring Sheen. This is my favourite blush. This is the only one that I own from MAC, and it's just so good, and it lasts such a long time. I know it's very expensive, but this lasts me probably about a year. And I have two from NARS, and these are both in the shade Orgasm. So I have the multiple, then I also have the normal blush, and I absolutely love this. It just looks so good, and I love these, so I'm going to keep these. I think I got them when I had a beauty box a long time ago. And then I also have the NYX HD finishing powder. I'm keeping this because I've heard so many great things about it. Then the NYC bronzing powder, and now this is something that everyone used to use all on YouTube years ago. I think I got this on eBay, and I love the shade of this, but I think I've had it open for quite a long time. I don't think you can get it anymore, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. But this is so good if you can get your hands on it. And the Makeup Revolution Luxury powder in Banana. I don't like this, didn't work for me, and it was just too dark, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And the Becca Glow on the Go set, and this is in the shade Opal. So you get the normal highlighter, then you also get a cream one as well, and this is in stick form. Then you also get a small version of the pressed powder one as well. Haven't tried this out, but I love the Becca product, so I'm keeping this. Then I've also got another one from Becca, which is the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop, and this is a Shimmering Skin Perfector in Slim Light, and this is basically just the same shade as the highlighter, only you get it in a stick form. And if it will open, there you go. So this is what it looks like. It's just in a stick form. It's the same colour. It's a beautiful formula, and it's so good. So I really recommend getting these highlighters because they're so pigmented and they last all day as well. The blusher from Makeup Gallery, and this is in the shade Candy Floss. I used to love this a lot. I've had this open for quite a while, and I think it's at the point where I need to chuck it away because it is starting to dry up, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Then I have two of these highlighters from the Balm. I love the Balm's highlighters. These are some of the best that I've ever tried. So I have the Mary Luminizer, which I use all the time, and as you can see, it is broken up, but I am constantly using it, so I will be purchasing another one of these. And I also have the Cindy Luminizer. This is again really beautiful. This is sort of like a pinky shade. I did use this as a blush topper, also as a blush, and that is just absolutely stunning. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is what that looks like. It's just so beautiful, and I highly recommend every single blush from the Balm. It's just so good. And then I have this from Becca as well, which is the Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is a liquid one in the shade Pearl. Now this is the pale shade, so if you do have pale skin, this is going to be perfect for you. I'm going to see if I can show you what it looks like. So as you can see, as you're rubbing it in, you can start to see flecks of glitter in there, and it's just absolutely stunning. I do use this in the summer, and it just creates a really nice glow to you, and it just looks absolutely beautiful, so I'm keeping that. Then I also have two of these Givenchy matte translucent finish powders. I absolutely love this. I think I've had this one for about a year. I always use this, but I think for some weird reason for the past couple of months since I've moved, I haven't really used this a lot, but I used to use it all the time, and this is what it looks like. So it's just loose powder. It keeps me matte all day. Now it is expensive, but I did buy a backup of it, and it is just so good. This is probably the best powder that I've ever tried. This highlighter from Wet n Wild, and this is the highlighting powder in the shade Blossom Glow, and this is absolutely stunning. The only thing is, I think the tone is a little bit off my skin tone. So as you can see, it's so pigmented. Even on my finger, it's really pigmented. But for some reason, it just ends up having a pink shimmer, which is nice if you do have pale skin, but I feel like it looks a little bit strange in the summer. But I do like this. I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these, but I'm going to keep this because as you can see, it is just so beautiful. Then I have these two contour sticks from Wet n Wild. Now this one I've had open for quite a while, but I'm not too sure if it still works. Let's just have a look. So it is still pigmented, it still works. And then let's have a look at the highlighter section. I didn't really used to use the highlighter section. I used to just use some concealer. Now I don't really like the highlighter section, but I don't really used to use that anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these because they're really good. This is in the shade light to medium and it's so affordable. Honestly, if you want to get the Kim Kardashian contour sticks, I think you should try this out first to see if you like contour sticks, but yeah, this is so affordable and it's just so good. Then I have the Makeup Forever powder. Now this is one of those where I know I need to get rid of it, but I do still want to keep it, and the reason for that is because I bought this the first time that I went to Paris with my cousin Rochelle, and this was the first proper high-end thing that I purchased, I think, and I loved it. I thought it was so good, and I know that I haven't used it in a long time, but it's one of those where I want to keep it because it's a memento, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Then I have two of these strobe creams from MAC. I am going to keep these because they are trial sizes and they might be really good. I have heard loads of great things about it, so I'm going to go ahead and see how it goes. And I have this duo from Ciate. This is the Olivia Palamo duo. It's a bronzer and blusher, and I think I probably used this about 2 times and I just can't get rid of it because of how beautiful that packaging is. Just look at that. And these are really pigmented and they do feel really buttery, but as you can see I just haven't used it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this and I'm going to try and use it a bit more because it is really beautiful, but I know that you can't get it anymore, but it's just stunning, so I'm going to keep this. The next thing that I have is this stick blush, and this is the Chubby Stick from Clinique, and this is in the shade Robust Rhubarb. I love this. I use this pretty much all the time when I go to work. And just look at how beautiful that is. You can use it on the lips, you can use it on the cheeks. It's just stunning, and this is pretty much the only type of blush that I use that's a cream formula, so it is beautiful. Just look at how gorgeous that is. So I'm keeping this. Then I also have the Collection Speedy Highlighter. I don't think I've even used this before. I don't really want to swatch in case I get rid of it. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this because it looks beautiful, and I'm going to try it out because I love trying out new products, and it's from Collection and I do like quite a few of their products. And then I have this stick highlighter and blush, and this is Glow 2 from Kiko. I got this ages ago. I think I got this from Paris as well. I have given this quite a good go, so as you can see I have dented it quite a bit, so just gonna do swatches. Now these are so beautiful. I don't use this, but I'm going to see if I use it. I'm going to keep it, and the next time I do declutter, if I don't use it, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Next I have this duo from BH Cosmetics. This is the Floral Blush Duo in Daisy. Now this is stunning, but I think all I've done is swatched it. I'm going to see what the colours look like. So that's really pretty, and that's quite pretty as well, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I haven't used it. I've had it for probably about 3 years, so it's at the point where I just need to get rid of what I'm not going to use. Blush from Estee Lauder. I think I got this in a set. This is sort of like a trial size. This is in the shade Pink Kiss Satin, and that is just such a beautiful colour. I haven't used this yet, but this is like the shades that I like to use all the time, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this and try it out and see how it goes. And the Chanel Teint du Soleil bronzer, as you guys know, I absolutely love this. It's one of my favourites. It's pretty much the only cream bronzer that I use. I've had this for probably about 2 years, and I've just got to the point where I probably need to buy a new one. It is expensive, but it lasts a very long time. The shade is just stunning. I can use this when I'm pale, also when I'm tanned, and it is just so beautiful. Even the packaging is stunning as well. And the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is for light to medium skin tones, and I got this I think when it first came out, and I haven't actually used it. I think because most of the time I am tanned, so this would be a really beautiful bronzer if I am pale. So I'm going to go ahead and test this out when I don't have any self tanner on. Now it absolutely smells beautiful. It smells just like chocolate, so I'm going to keep this and see how it goes when I'm pale. But I've heard that the normal Chocolate Soleil bronzer is really good, and I have brought out some more shades for darker skin tones as well, so I'm going to try this out, see how it goes. If I like it, I might end up buying the normal one. And the W7 Hollywood Bronze and Glow, I used to absolutely love this. It has an expiry date of 18 months. I've had this open for probably about 3 years. I just thought it was so good, and I think I got my cousin one of these 1 year, and I just really liked it, but it's at the point where I need to get rid of it because it's just really old and it just needs to go. And then the last thing that I have is the Dew Hula, which is from Benefit. This is a trial size of the cream bronzer that they brought out, and I haven't tried it out yet, but because it is summer, hopefully I'm going to go ahead and get round to using it, so I'm going to keep this and see how it goes. So that's everything that I've gone through, and I think I've done pretty well. I have kept quite a lot of stuff, but I know that some of this is probably going to be used up very soon, so I don't think that's too bad. And I'm going to go ahead and put on here everything that I'm getting rid of, so you can see everything that I've decluttered and is going to be leaving my collection. So this is everything that I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 19 products, and I think I did pretty well. I didn't even think I would get rid of this many, and some of these just pretty much need to be chucked out because they have expired. Some of these are going to be donated, so going to be going to some very good homes. So I think I did really well on this. I know that I still kept quite a lot of products, but I got rid of this many, and I didn't think I'd get rid of this many anyway, and I'm happy that I have so much more room in my makeup collection, but I'm happy with what I did, and I think this declutter was a really good success.